It may be 90 degrees in the Midwest, but the temperatures are dropping and the wind is whirling as the Hive make their descent into the cold Arctic of the Puffins. Ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's Foundation League action, my name is Grant CFO, and joining me in the booth is none other than Xandar. How are you doing, my good man?
I am doing great here tonight. We have some great Foundation League coming up here. I am so excited. It's my fluffy friend Porgy.
I'm glad that Porgy is here and joining us in the booth. We've got the loud shirts, the colors right there, the light blue for Foundation League, which is honestly, honest to God, my favorite league to watch in the MLE. And on top of that, we've got two of my favorite franchises in the Hive and the Puffins. I love their FL teams, and I cannot wait to see them go. I've got friends on all the teams. That's just the best part about MLEs. You got all this big loving community, and we all get to watch and celebrate and watch each other just pop off sometimes on stream. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one goes. Hive really in need of a lead. You look at the sheet, you look at the records, and it's not looking so great for them. They're 6-9, and you look at Puffins with an 11-4. So if you were just to stick to paper, a 3-0 series lead for Puffins on top of what Hive have, 1-2 series. It just doesn't look that great for the Hive, and I think I'm going to have to go with the Puffins for this one. But Xandar, I'm curious, what are your predictions? What are your hopes, dreams, and aspirations for tonight?
I'm definitely leaning towards the Puffins here, especially since Frost in the Foundation League, he is third in MVPR, and he's also third in goals per game, that's impressive with a 2.6 goals per game and a 5.82 MVPR. That is just impressive in FL, so that is what I'm going to be looking for the most, just because that's uncomparable to what we've been seeing out of the Hive this year. So I'm looking towards the Puffins.
Like we said, the Hive, they desperately need a victory like this. Imagine in a world where the Hive pull off a 5-0 upset on the Puffins. Not only would that be crazy because it's an upset and we get a cool storyline out of it, but Puffins would then lose their record and they'd be tied with them all of a sudden. So that's on the mind of every player. That's on the mind of the Hive as well. And as we look to get into this game, I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to see how it plays out. I've also just realized that I was somehow in the wrong lobby. I didn't get the memo. Sometimes this small brain dingus over here just misses the memo. Memo? See what I mean? I can't even say words sometimes. I didn't get the memo. I'm a dingus. That's the bottom line of tonight's stream, if anything.
Yeah, there's a lot to go on in FL just between you. Like, I don't know how the Aviators are doing compared to these other ones that you are in charge of, but just looking at the stat lines once again, Gamer Will, of course, assisting Frost here. He's assisting with a 1.0 assists per game, 2.0 saves, and averaging about 4 shots per game. And that's pretty top of the line as your partner in a twos match. If you are very comparable to your top player, then it's going to run very smoothly, and the chemistry should follow in suit.
Well, we're going to see if all of our hypotheses and predictions hold true in tonight's game. It's 5 minutes of Rocket League. To start off in game one, One-Hand Medic had a phenomenal play starting off on the kickoff, so quick to it. Not what you'd normally expect out of Foundation League. We are already heating up. Shots rolling in, rock into the net. Gamer Will stomps it onto the sidewall and looks to continue for the Puffins. Thunder all the way back for the Hive, clears long to midfield. Frost spawns pretty well here, puts themselves in a prime position, but One-Hand Medic is already on the backside here for Gamer Will. They don't get to touch the ball today. Here's a driving shot down the mid-lines for Frost to take up 1-0 Puffins.
Yeah, Frost, you know, he had the miss over there by Gamer Will. Frost knew he had the open lane, no defense on the goal line to make the save, just going for boost instead of ball. That is the motto here, but ball is more important than boost.
Absolutely it is. If you're not going for the ball, you are leaving your teammates in a not so good position. But the Puffins are looking to build upon their lead as they hold down the midfield pretty well. Gamer Will is a solid clear up to the backboard. It's a shot for Frost, which also goes just up high to that zone. Thunder moving it along the left Tries to get around, wants to pass midfield for one hand. Can't get there, needs two hands to put it across midfield today. Now one-hand Medic, again, needs to go back on defense. Frost has an easy shot over the defense. I was not expecting this to be a miss.
Neither was I. Like, he came in kind of slow, but also with kind of speed, maybe out-reading the defense. But sitting on the goal line, you would expect to have that high probability of putting that one in. But yeah, once again, it's another goal for the Puffins, and they're up 2-0. Only about a minute played into this first one.
It's so strange already, but Puffins will take this lead, and everything else that they can get. Thunder is going to be caught off guard by the backboard passes. I think that's really been the key factor for Puffins.
Yeah, that's just another miss there by a Hive player. Then Thunderka not getting the touch that he needs on pretty much the 18. That's not what we expect out of the Hive there, that close to their goal. That's going to result in another one. We're going to be saying that all night long if the Hive cannot keep this defense rolling like they need it to.
They have a shot, though. It's going to be blocked by Frost to the right-hand side. Looking to catch it down low if they can. They'd love to do it. Now some dribble plays. Looks to lock into a 1v1. Gamer rail around the left side. One-hand Medic to the ceiling. Not the best place to clear it. Luckily, Thunder's down low. Not the best handling of the ball from the Hive. They're losing control, and Puffins are looking intimidating so far. Will, one more jump to the corner. One-hand Medic comes in on a pinch, and this is a runaway goal again for the Puffins. If they can just get back to it quick enough, but Thunder's able to get the block off the backboard and send some time to breathe for their teammate.
Yeah, the Hive are actually getting the rotations back into the fix. I'm liking that they're picking up the boost when they need to, but that's not a very good position out of Thundercut there. Lurking on the top of the box, and Frost just having a line drive right into the net. Doesn't need to be hard. Just right on net is just going to do the job, and that's going to put them up 4-0. Not even to halftime yet, and they're putting on the show.
This is not as dominant as I expected this series to be, but as we have crossed through game one, like you said, not even halftime, Puffins are looking dominant as ever. We'll see if the Hive can make something of this deficit. Here's a clear to the midfield, not what they were looking for, but it doesn't even matter. Puffins are able to steer it clear of danger. One-hand Medic up to the ceiling, down for Frost. Needs to get to this quickly, does so. Thunder in the retreat, leaves it for Medic. Some miscommunications happening on both ends. Medic is able to get the touch. Now a demo play as well. Thundercon with a miss. Medic back to midfield. They got to realize that this isn't a threes game. They got to start taking some shots on goal, because these team plays, they keep going for it. They're just non-existent. No one is home every single time. They've got to take some liberty in their 1v1 skills.
Yeah, just you can see the shot difference. 7 for the Puffins and only 2 for the Hive. That's really showing here on the scoreline. The more that you take, the more that you can score, the more opportunities you're going to have. But this might be here, 1 for the Hive, but Frost is back. Going to pick up that boost, but that's another shot on. Finally seeing some offensive aggression from the Hive, but the Puffins are just going to keep this one on the top of their hood.
Puffins on the back end as well. Here's a clear around Thunder. Phenomenal placement for the time being, short term. Frost sends it off to this lip. Difficult read from Medic. Handles it so well. Spins the mechanical control in the air. Proving to be so amazing for Medic. Just unfortunate we haven't seen a goal come from anything like that. I was mentioning the 1v1 plays. If they can bust some of those out of their back pocket, we might see some more success. Look at the spins again. Has Medic just transformed into another person? I have no idea. Did the older brother pick up the controller? I hope not. But if so, it's still a show that just won't see the light of day. Puffins will get a 5th goal to lock away game one.
Yeah, it seems like the game was locked away quite a while ago. Just getting that long shot in, reading the defense once again. He's been doing that all game long, reading the defense very, very well, catching them out on rotation and out of position. Going for boost once again over ball, and that's just going to be another one, like you said. That's a 5th one for the Puffins, but a 6th one in. 44 seconds remaining, but nothing can be stopping anything the Puffins are putting up.
I don't know who can stop the Puffins at this point. It certainly hasn't been the Hive and the way that they wanted this game to go. This is just tragic for the Hive. They wanted the series to go so much differently, but folks, I think we're in for a long one if the Hive aren't able to make the adjustments necessary, and I think they're thinking too much about the Puffins. They might be overthinking some things when really they just need to play their own game. We're having a lot of confidence issues, I feel like. Medic has a decent save here to keep the goals from coming in on the Puffins. Medic, another phenomenal clear. I'm really just impressed by their aerial control. Thundercat has just had a lot of difficulty holding down that back end, being that support player, and really just the teammate that Medic needs right now. Medic has one shot though, there was an assist, but the defense of the Puffins also proves to be really, really good. And they're just an all-around banger team that we get to see today. This ball still remains up. They're looking for a seventh. They won't find it. It touches the floor, and finally, the game 1 of suffering ends for the Hive, but I am scared to see what happens in game 2.
So am I, Grant. That's just everything's impressive out of Frost and Gamer Will. Nothing was stopped, nothing was blocked. Not really. 3 saves coming out for them, but how many goals did they put in? 6? That's uncomparable to the number of goals the Hive put up, which was nothing. So that's kind of showing what this series was going to say to us, and it's saying the Puffins are going to take this one all the way.
I think my biggest point of advice I could give to the Hive is hit the ball. Now, that sounds really condescending, but I'm not saying that they're whiffing a lot. I'm saying just hit the ball with power, like everything depends on it, because this whole series is going to depend on it. I was mentioning that aerial control from Medic, but they put up almost no stats on the board, only 1 save when they look to be the most mechanically sound player on the field, even factoring in the Puffins and what they're able to do. So if Medic can get a couple more good looks towards net and help the Hive stay in that midfield zone, and this goes for Thundercat as well, to just be able to hold down that pressure, I think they could see a lot more of the results they have been wanting to see throughout that game 1. So game 2, we look forward to seeing what pressure they can put up. What can they do to stop the Puffins from coming in on their net, because this defense needs to tighten up. Just the effectiveness of hitting the ball needs to come through as well.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of pressure from the Hive, but nowhere close to what we needed to see out of them. There was very little shots. There was a 7-shot differential there between the Puffins and Hive. That is unbearable to see between them. That the Hive should be getting a lot more, not probably even, but it should be a lot closer of a shot differential than 7. 7's a high number, and I don't like anything above 5.
I don't think at least the other team would like anything higher than that. They would like to see a lot less pressure coming in, but it's all about how you can handle said pressure. We're moving into game 2, fresh clock on the board, new game. It's a mental reset that is needed for the Hive. They need to treat this like the real game 1. Last game was just a warm-up for them. Here comes Medic, already sending balls to the backboard. Thundercat quick on it. They can't find the accuracy, and the counterattacks are going to prove deadly from the Puffins. We really turn our attention to Frost and the caliber they have to make these plays happen.
Yeah, overcommitting is now going to be another factor. It's not like the Hive had enough to think about. Now overcommitting, I don't know how you can fix more than just one of these problems. Now you have to fix like 10?
Maybe. I mean, I think it's just an issue of poor awareness and judgment. Thundercat, I mean, if they would have nailed the goal, absolutely power to them. Because they missed, the recovery times tend to be much lower as you go lower in the leagues, and so nobody was able to get back in a quick enough manner to get that save. As we see the scoreline tell us, that 1-0 lead for the Puffins is now what they have. Frost just throws an easy floater up top, and it's nearly uncontested. We saw Thunder go for it, but Medic couldn't get the second.
Yeah, that's something you do need to be contending. You saw him go up, like he said, just going up a little bit too late, not reading the touch properly, and there will be no touch, as that's just another one. And I like to see the Hive at least get one here before we get too many from the Puffins. But at this point, it might be a little too much to ask, but one-handed Medic is going to get a double tap high, and that is an epic goal to see for one-handed Medic.
Get out your balls, Garana. Play of the week has been arised out of the Hive. I have never seen that caliber of a double tap in Foundation League. Medic has got to be feeling good about that one, but Frost is looking to match them. Can't find the double. It's a backwards redirect towards the net. Another shot coming through. Medic is able to clear it out, but Frost will continue the solid shots in the offensive zone. Will with a rebound. Can't find what they're looking for. Medic around the left side, twirling their way for another double tap. What is this aerial control from Medic?
Whoa, and he's doing this all with one hand. He does play with one hand here on keyboard and mouse. That is just impressive aerial control with a keyboard, keeping that one high up, tying us up 2-2 with 3:47 remaining. Just what an impressive showing out of one-hand Medic.
I think you're actually right. Like, he legitimately does play with one hand. That's not a joke. I think I've heard that places as well. One hand? This is an inspiration for sure. An inspiring performance from one-hand Medic. I can barely get this kind of control with two hands. You're making me feel bad about myself with just how good you are. We're in a tie game situation, Hive and Puffins. If you're just tuning in, this is Foundation League, even though it doesn't feel like it, because that's just what Foundation League has proved time and time again. Thundercall with a clear to the right side, moves it through the wall. Medic out to midfield to throw it up front. And might I say, Thundercall has probably one of the best looking cars I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I like the flash on his antenna there. That's just, it adds a little bit of a spark, you know what I mean, going into that one. Might be adding a little bit of a sting to the pun there. As we just see a little bit more pressure here from Frost, and he gets one for himself. That's 3 for the Puffins here. 1 goal lead for them, 2:39 remaining.
This is going to be a slugfest for sure between these two teams. Just all about how you can keep yourself cool, even when goals are being scored against you, even though you claw your way back as the Hive to that 2-goal tie game, and then you go down again. How can you toughen yourselves out to keep the pressure going, to keep shots rolling in, converting into goals? We are about to find out. We've hit the halftime mark. Frost with a nice zinger to net. I think it even catches the crossbar on the way down, but phenomenal shot.
Yeah, that's his 4th. After scoring another one, this man can't be stopped. Even Gamer Will gets the assist on that one. Nice long shot from midfield. Perfect read, perfect shot placement, no defense in sight.
I'm seeing a lot of rank outs, potential rank outs on the pitch today. Frost, Medic, Will, just everybody on the pitch. Even Thunder has now stepped up their game. Not only in the car design fashion world, but look at this. Shot off the ceiling, might find its way to net, hits off the backboard. Medic in for the shot, just high off the backboard and out. Thundercaw wraps around the left side, sends it in. Gamer Will, phenomenal clear, straight down the middle. Frost wants another touch, can't beat out Medic. Too good in the air for them. And this is, I believe, the Sky Division, if I'm not mistaken. So high-flying action is always in store, but this one stays close to the ground and true to the Thunder.
Yeah, I like that little touch out from one-hand Medic over to Thundercut, catching the defense out on rotation. The perfect shot placement right in the middle of the net. Defense was not expecting that turnaround goal, and we're back into a 1-goal difference.
1-goal difference, minute and 45 to go. Gamer Will off the corner, up to the ceiling. Medic has their chance at it. Frost might be able to meet this one, but they've overcommitted a little bit. Will in a tough spot. Can they save it? No, they can't. Thunder gets the placement quicker, and we're back to tie game.
Yeah, Thunder is now popping off here. Perfect read. First touch was the most important part of that one. Getting that first touch past one defender over another, and then the shot. That is just perfect here. And the Hive were waking up. We were wanting them to wake up, and they finally did it here in game number 2. 1.5 minutes remaining. Plenty of time for one of these teams to make a mistake and open it up for the other one, or just get another goal in general.
This whole series has been about the punishment. We see some Medic is going to have to call the ambulance for Will after that demo. Frost, though, still moving in on the left side. Can't get around to the net. Medic over and above Will once more. just outclassing everybody on the pitch. Can't find a goal, though. Still in a tie game situation, and we've yet to see Hive lead at all during the series. Thundercaw has the start, beats out Will. This could be their moment. Can they get back quick enough? Or maybe Frost can get the beat. Yes, they can. Puffins keep it out and alive for themselves. 50 seconds to go. No boost in the tank. Frost with a 50 into Thunder, though. Their hands getting a little messy. Can the Puffins hold on, or have they bit off a little bit more than they can chew in game 2?
They might be eating a little bit too many fish, but it seems to be doing pretty good for them, not overcommitting very often. And that's a nice pass out through the middle, and Gamer Will's going to get one in. 1-goal lead here for the Puffins. Not much time left here for the Hive. What do the Hive need to do next?
Again, it's just mental toughness from here. You're going to go down another goal. That's just the case of the matter. You have 27 seconds to prove to the world what you are made of here on Minor League Esports, presented by 8 PM Music. By the way, the music is starting to pump louder and louder. Puffins need to silence the noise, though, once and for all. Would love to take this game and secure it again. Frost off the corner. Dangerous shot blocked by Thunder. 10 seconds now. Racing to the ball is Thunder to move it down to the right side. They need a pop here. They don't beat out Will. It's out to the corner once again. Can Medic get there? No, they miss. This is so crucial. They'll have to kill it. That was all they could do. And even though it was a valiant effort, it was not enough to take down the Puffins yet again. Series score 2-0.
Yeah, you just see that scoreboard here, Frost. Nobody is near him in the scores. That is 906 points compared to the second person at like 522. What is this man made of? Ice? Ice
in his veins. Can we get a sheesh in chat? Because that is all this performance has been. Just sheesh after sheesh moment. That whole game 2 was just a joy to watch. I was worried about what we would have in store in game 2, and if anything at all. But these two teams, like I said, they're some of my favorites to watch in a league that is also my favorite to watch. Genuinely and honestly, just because it's the lowest doesn't mean it can't be exciting. Look at this game, for example. This is the kind of stuff that Foundation League and the Hive and Puffins Foundation League teams can bring to the table, and I'm really looking forward to game 3. I said we were in for a long series, whether that means high scoring, one-sided or not. That's just what we have for you stirring up today.
Yeah, the best part about that match was actually watching one-handed Medic going up, using that keyboard and mouse with one hand, just spiraling anywhere he could, beating out defender after defender on the Puffins team, and that's just absolutely impressive. I've always loved playing with him in either four-mans or scrims. It's always a blast to hang out with the man, and just the tenacity that it takes to be able to play this game with one hand is just impressive.
It really is an impressive feat. Back to the fresh clock, as we always love to say. Frost with a banger of a shot off the backboard. Can't capitalize on their own pass. Hive moving the other way. Thundercaw to midfield. Medic wants to jump on it. Interesting take on the shot, but even more interesting take on the demo from Thunder.
Yeah, the first touch from Thunder is just so perfect. Then the demo comes in at the end, over the top of Gamerwell, and Frost gets demoed. He didn't know what was coming after that, and that's going to put the Hive at their first lead in this series.
I wasn't exaggerating when I was saying that Game 1 was just a warm-up, even though it's the feeling out process. These two teams have certainly warmed up to the pace of tonight's games. One-hand Medic will take this off of the backboard down to the grass. Frost around the backside, has a shot, just needs the rebound. One-hand Medic is quick. Can they clear it? They got hung up and a block by their own teammate. Will not let this one pass right back in front of net and sent finally away by Thunder. They're in pursuit of the ball as well. 100 boost in the tank, can't get the boost steal from the corner. Frost beats out Medic. They're going to need those recovery times to be much larger. Now, Thunder getting a little roughhoused by Will in the corner. 4 minutes to go. Still no goals from Puffins. Over there, goal. Rainbow to the other side. Pressure starting to build. All the judgment factors again for the Hive. They're not 100% sure on when the best opportunities are to go. Somehow, even despite my criticisms, they remain on the offensive side. Whiffs coming out now. Thunder to the backboard. Medic with a clear shot takes their time and makes sure this one goes in.
Yeah, I love that Medic is opening everything up here for the Hive. Getting that 2 goals, I believe both of them under his name. They are 2 for 2 here, 3:39 left. I don't know what the Puffins are missing here, but I think they're missing a little bit of a goal.
Maybe. Like I said, we haven't seen Hive take the lead yet in the series. They've done it now, and they're holding it down pretty securely. It's just a matter of playing their own game that they were missing before, and now that they're doing it, look at the results it has presented to them. They have a reverse sweep in front of them. They found these physical plays as well off the demos. And hey, even on the pre-show, we were talking a little bit about demos and their importance in opening up the space. And if you can always demo that last man and you have an incoming shot from your teammate, like we've seen time and time again, not only in this series, but just in Rocket League in general, it's going to prove to be pretty effective. Frost gets the save down to midfield, shot almost behind Medic. They were just able to get their fingers on it and keep it away.
Yeah, he's playing strong on defense and offense. Thunderka is getting his opportunities as well, as he may have one here. Gonna be slightly off the post, and Frost gets back. Both of the Puffins are back here, but a double commit here. That is not what we want to see here out of the Puffins, but the Hive are not going to capitalize on that. But another whiff out here by a Puffins player, in the Hive looking back on the counterattack.
Less than halftime gone. Oh, Will, nobody knows when to go for the ball. Now they figure it out. Puffins with a line drive down the left side. Frost coming in behind to the back wall. Medic gets the clear. Now to the side. Thunder has to back off on the rotation back. Has a nice amount of boost to work with. Will with just a trick up their sleeve. Unfortunately, not the best pass they wanted. Frost to the backboard one more time. No one around for it. Gamer Will needs to be patient here. Touch up high. Frost has one rainbowing across. Can it make its way to the net? It might. Oh no! Thunder puts it in by accident, but that's all they could do. Tragic, but Puffins get their first goal.
Yeah, it's so hard when that's just gonna float. I believe it hit the crossbar, so that just floated down right on top of his hood. Nowhere it could go besides in. That's nothing on Thundercut, just a great shot, and that may be a kickoff goal here for Frost. Getting it right back into this one right after another. The Puffins know when to come back, and they are proving it right here.
That's good. That is beautiful from Frost. The kickoff beat, just phenomenal placement, phenomenal judgment. I know I've been harping on their judgment and awareness a little bit, but it has certainly gotten better as we progress throughout the match. Frost has a flick potential opportunity. Gamer Will around the backside might actually beat out Medic here. Can't put it to midfield. Can't get the boost either. They might have to leave soon. No, they take a shot and they can't find the net. The woodwork will find the ball instead. Frost up to the ceiling. Oh dear goodness, we know they could score this, but Thunder God says no, I'm not getting clipped on today. This one out to Frost midfield, turns it around, one to beat. Medic is just there. Hive again with the demos. Unlucky spawn. It's on the back rotation. Will gets the touch and sends it off the backboard to keep the Hive coming.
The Hive are keeping this one strong. That's a shot on here for Medic. What a player out here today. 1 minute remaining and just perfect placement, catching out the defense once again. Gamer Will not in position, and Frost nowhere to be seen besides on the 18. You can't save much from there, but the Hive are showing up once again.
And Hive need to keep this lead as well. Like we said, they are desperate for a win in today's series, and if they can get it, it would be quite the upset. I'll have to check the standings later and get back to the audience on that, on where these two teams lie, but it seems like it's quite the wide river that they need to cross. This one off the sidewall. Thunder has possession and control. Wants Hive to keep their lead. Gets another touch. Can't find it behind Frost. Instead, it just remains up in front. Will dumps it out to the side. Beats out Medic. They've got a bit of a goal here. Struggling to get contact and control. Wanted to grab a flick, but just a bit of panic, and I get it. Stream nerds, they can be a little deadly sometimes when you're trying to go for these plays. Here comes the Hive again. Will gets the save. Frost, here are these runaway goals, these counter-attacking opportunities. We've harped on the team plays, but Will get a team play at the very end for the Puffins.
I think it was on target, but just Gamer Will securing this one for his teammate. 11 seconds left. looking at a possible overtime here. Who's going to take this one? I'm not sure because it's anybody's game at this point.
It really is anybody's game, and the Hive would love to take the series, but they got a reverse sweep ahead of them. And then looking on the other side, oh my gosh! Hold on a second! No way! As I was about to speak, I may have just spoken into existence. Casper's blessing. I was saying Puffins. They want to secure it right now, and look what Frost did. They iced the game. They iced the series, holding true to the Arctic birds that are the Puffins, and that just closes out the series.
Yeah, taking 3-0 off the top, trying to look for all 5. That is just impressive. Once again, Frost leading the leaderboard again in basically just about everything. 3 goals, an assist, the 2 saves, and 7 shots. Just what a player out there. And I do actually have their standings there. The Puffins are in 4th and the Hive are at 13th. So it's still pretty close. But it seems like the Puffins are playing in that 4th position spot.
Yeah, I wasn't as far of a spread as I had thought it would be looking at those records. So that's good to see that the standings are actually a lot closer than it may look on paper. 5 games seems like a lot, but if you get a 5-0, yeah, you can tie. That just makes a lot more sense in my mind. So thank you for the stats. Thanks you for filling in me, and not only me, but the audience as well at home. But yeah, we're looking at Frost again, being that phenomenal player. But look at the Hive. They've got team play for days. 3 assists, 3 goals. That switches off between player to player. So that's really good to see that they like to go for these team plays. The only thing I'm looking forward to now is just, well, how can they become a solo effort? Because we've seen that work out a lot better for the Puffins, and the reason being is because there's so many counterattacks. I mean, most of them coming from Frost, but don't sleep on Will. But these counterattacks from the Puffins have allowed them to just take a stroll in the park back to the Hive net because they're going for team plays. You mentioned the word overcommitting, and that's a lot of what's happening here. We need to see that awareness and that judgment really clear up, because now it's just about picking off the 2 remaining games in the set for your playoff contention later on in the season.
Yeah, starting off here pretty fast-paced from the Hive, trying to get their first opportunity. They do get it, but then Frost looking for the counterattack, looking for the pass over. He's going to get it. What a shot out from Gabriel Will. Perfect placement in the upper 90, and just what a pass out here from Frost.
For real, just really, really clean. Not a second that the ball was on the ground. Stayed in the air the whole time. We go airborne, and 1-0 for the Puffins. Will starts us off on the kickoff and has great control down low, and they've struggled to get it in recent games. Really, they don't need it because Frost is a madman. Will is very lucky to have a teammate like that. But Will wants to get involved with this one on Medic. Frost has to back off. Thundercop with a phenomenal play. Hive again. The physical play. Can it find the back of the net? No, it cannot. Will getting in the way off the backboard. Will has really just been a great defensive presence as well as offense when they get their hands on the ball. Both of these Puffins players just so good at what they do, and it makes sense that they've walked out so far with a 3-0 sweep. I wouldn't be surprised if they go 5, but Hive, they're tough, and the question is, can they be tougher than the Puffins' feathers? We'll find out.
We certainly will. Another long clear out here for the Puffins. Seems like they're just wasting time a little bit, even though there's still a lot of time left. Just liking the awareness that they don't need to push here. 1 goal is still enough, but of course you would like that second one to at least get a little bit of cushion. But we know here in MLE, no lead is safe.
No lead is safe is exactly right. Not even 1 goal, not 2 goal, not 3. We've seen comebacks that bend your brain in half. We could see that here, even though this one is only 1 goal. Medic again with the aerial control, blocked by Frost down low. Thunder to the left wall. Now off the back, here's an open opportunity, blocked by Frost. Left side it goes to the wall. Frost with a little bit of a pinch, gets the boost along the way. Thundercon needs to clear long, instead looks for Medic, doesn't make the connection. Has the ball for their own, looks for a pinch, needs the air dribble, just needs to pop it over Will. Again, the judgment, here we go. Some errors, but some successes, and Hive tie it up.
Yeah, Thundercon gets over 1. I don't know if he was actually going for a fake. It looks like he did kind of fake out the defender and then nudge that one over to the left. Gets that one in, ties us up. We're nearly at halftime. So the Hive seem to be swinging that momentum to their side.
They really have been swinging the momentum. Frost wants to stop it, though, dead in its tracks. They're going to need Will here. This one up off the ceiling. It's an awkward read. Medic not quick enough to it. Gave Will all the time in the world to calculate out a save. Now Frost on the back, takes it by one. Oh no! Huge whiffs here. This isn't even a counterattack. This is just a mechanical error that's going to bite the Hive today.
Oh, they were so close to getting the edge of the spoiler, but Frost just continues on, gets that final touch, and puts themselves up with 2:22 left remaining with that 1-goal lead.
Here's one off the back, though. This is a 3-goal for the Puffins. What went wrong, Xander?
I think about everything. Rotations, no boost, kickoff. So there's 3 or 4. Too many numbers to count of what could go wrong in this game. It has gone wrong once again. It's looking pretty close to game number 1, but the Hive did get one, so they have something on the board to show for it, but they need a lot more.
Oh no, here we go again. These dangerous 50s that the last man is so persistent on getting a piece of have started to bite the Hive every single time, and they have yet to catch on from it. Frost bumps Medic out of the way and says, no, again, stop trying to clip. I will not let you do it. We keep this 2-goal lead, and we will look to build on 3. Will around the backside. Frost looks for the demo. Now we see an overcommit on the other end. Medic, oh my goodness gracious! Off the corner. We thought their double tap from earlier was the play of the week, but look at this insanity.
Yeah, I'm flipping that one for your own balls, Garana. That is just such a read. Getting that touch right off the corner. You can't ask for anything else from one-hand Medic. There's no other better reads. Oh, the Cross gets another one, just putting on the pain, just throwing away everything that Hive put on here and just putting it on his own end.
The glory does not last long. They ride the Hive for just about 15 seconds. 2 goals away from the Hive tying. Seems unlikely, though. We'll see what they can do. Frost up high, looking to make it 3 goals. Again, it's what they've been striving to do. I can read their thoughts sometimes. Here comes Thunder around the back. Forces a 50 through. Can't get the second quite how they wanted it. It's off the backboard. Medic can't be quick enough. Will got a piece of it. Frost to the left side, off the wall. Medic in retreat. Gets a touch. Out midfield. Can their teammate come through? No, Thunder gets the fake. Here's a chance for a clear. Maybe a shot downfield. Thunder couldn't get the pinch with their teammate. Chaos on the goal line. Can they get there? Medic wants to push it back across, and Frost clears it out for now. Thundercom, midfield, misses Will. Shot from Medic? No, they pass it back. It's like we're running back and forth watching a tennis match, because this one, I mean, it's also a track meet. It's just a whole juxtaposed composition of different sports we get to see.
Yeah, it looks like one-hand Medic's looking for the passes over to the middle, but Thundercup is going off. That's going to go off the post, but kind of back to Thundercup here. He goes back for boost because he uses up so much anytime he just gets the one touch off. You see him picking up another big boost. He uses up a lot, but he is putting on opportunities here for the Hive.
For real, unfortunately, this game is probably going to close itself out, though. Hive down 2 goals, will not be able to get another, or maybe they can, but regardless, the result doesn't matter. 4-0 now for the Puffins. And geez, I'm just shocked. It's like Hive, they're so mechanically good. They're just unable to produce much. It's flashes of brilliance and flashes of greatness at times. It's just not consistent. And so it's like that answers my question. It's like, how are these guys not in AL yet? And it's the consistency factor. You might be the greatest freestyler in the world, but if you don't got those rotations to back you up, it's not going to help you very much.
Yeah, that was what I was asking Frost the other day playing in a scrim. Like, why haven't you moved up yet to AL? Well, I want to, but I love my Foundation League guys so much that I just love playing in here, and he's having a blast. We're having a blast. not much else you could say that just it's a party here.
It is a party. We even got the lights to prove it. We got the blue lights on. We got the loud shirts. I mean, you're rocking the Hawaiian shirt. I see it. It looks great. And we're just having a good time here. Both of these teams, I mean, they're putting up a show. So at the end of the day, I hope they come back to watch this, listen to us get loud, because it really is entertaining and enjoyable for us all. Audience at home, I hope you're having fun. Let's see some expression in the chat. How are you feeling? We've got one more game to go in this series. Even though it may not have been as close as we were expecting, we're not going to get to see a Game 5 decider. It has still been a classic series because of these mechanical flashes of brilliance, and I cannot wait to see what they do in Game 5. 5 minutes on the clock, and we go right on into it. Xandar, what are your dreams for this match? How do you expect this one to play out? What are you thinking you're going to see?
I'm expecting to actually see the Hive bounce back here. I know the Thundercut and One-Hand Medic can work very well together. I just need to see a little bit more like boost management out of Thundercut and just like a little bit more control out of One-Hand Medic. That like he's producing right here. Gonna get the pass over, but what a save out of Gamer Will. And this might be a counterattack here for Frost, but it's not gonna be for sure.
Thundercat out to the right side, moves it upfield, can't break past Frost. No, they do. What am I saying? Medic's got the shot behind the defense, and they are looking hot for the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, the Hive, they made the Puffins feel like they had the opportunity, but then they turned that around and made their own opportunity, catching out the defense on their own goal line. Both of them committing at that one and nobody getting a touch. What a shot placement and just what a shot overall. Just perfect everything out of that play.
For real. Only a minute expired and we already see some perfect gameplay. I would be absolutely afraid to see what these teams are made of. They came into this series warmed up because it felt a little rough around the edges in the beginning. Puffins may have felt hot. Hive found their way around it. Explosions we get to see. Medic doesn't find the second save. Will sends it long down the right side. So many high hopes for how this game will play out, and we are already seeing just solid play, solid games of Rocket League despite the outcomes. Some have been close, others haven't been so close. 3.5 minutes to go, bump in the net again. Medic every time they are sweeping out, they are about to prescribe some trips to the hospital eventually. We just need to see the Hive break through yet again and maybe extend upon this lead.
The bump plays are coming out here. They're opening up a little bit more space. They're also getting the demos out here. Like he's also getting around the last defender. Can he get the last touch?
Oh!
The Thundercut comes in, gets that goal for himself. That's one each for the players on the Hive. And what a showing out here. 3 minutes remaining, but the Hive have woken up again. The Stingers are buzzing. They're pollinating once again, and the Puffins do not have an answer.
They have no answers, right? This is a game in a series that I want all of my Foundation League players and everybody at home to take note of. When you get to hit the ball and your power shots look as crazy as these, you can see how deadly you can be just by having mechanics. I tell my players all the time, and coaches, here's a little secret for you. You cannot play the game for your team. You can't play it for your players. They have to play it themselves. You can only tell them what to do. That's one of the, I guess it's a modified motto that I live by, and this is just living proof of why I do just that. Thundercop, fantastic control on the back wall, hugs it all the way into the goal.
Yeah, hugging it is right. He made full control. I believe he picked up that back boost just for a little bit more security of boost. Open them back up 3-0. Puffins still no answer here past halftime. They need something going here or the Hive are going to walk away with Game 5. What we want to see, but can the Puffins pull off that ultimate 5-0 sweep?
I don't know at this point. With Hive holding down a pretty steady lead of 3 goals, it seems a little bit out of the picture. But I could be wrong. There are 2 minutes and Puffins have looked good all series long. And look at that! It's Frost who's going to start us off for the lead. Or not the lead, but to build us back and hopefully get that.
I believe, yeah, he got, oh, what a dunk by Frost there on the 6-yard line. That is just epic. Closes us down, 2-goal difference. At 2 minutes remaining, what a coincidence there. But the Puffins have something going for them. But this might be one for one-hand medic, but it might be followed up here by Thundercut. No, it's been blocked out on the 18. And the Puffins might be looking here for another counterattack.
All I gotta say is watch out for Medic. Anytime they take to the skies, as well as Frost almost finds it around the back. Can't get through to it. They were looking for the coin slot. Let's see if they can find it next time. Frost on the defensive end. It's starting to look a little grim for the Puffins. They have struggled to find the opportunities that they want because the defense of Hive has just been peaking today. But Will, as I say it, behind the back, throws it up, does everything they can, and puts it into the goal again.
Yeah, I thought one-hand medic got the clear that he wanted with Thundercut possibly following up, but no, Gamer Will is going to read that one to a crisp and get this one in for the Puffins, closing up that lead to only 1. Plenty of time here, just over a minute. Plenty of time just to get it one more, tie us up, possibly send us to overtime, or do exactly what they did in game number 2 or 3. Don't remember exactly which one, where they came back and took the game. But the Hive are going to get one here. Put that difference back up to 2. 1 minute remaining, and the Puffins need another answer.
They need another answer quick. 60 seconds to go. Not a lot of time to work with, but we saw a tragic, almost double commit on the defensive end. Maybe we call it an overcommit. Honestly, this quick-paced action has caught me by surprise. I blink and I miss it. Thunderka controlling on the right side. Frost out to the back. Now Medic up high to the ceiling. Finds its way down to the grass. Will backs up. Relines himself for a shot. Frost says, I got it. Can't find the net. Thunder on their own side. Gamer Will can't make contact. Medic takes over and is in the driver's seat. Bump plays starting to come out on the defense, but nothing to come of them following the fact. Thunderka on the retreat. Play bouncing in front of net. Will hits the crossbar, can't find the shot. They needed that one desperately. Another miss from the Puffins. Might have just squandered their chance at taking this game back and getting the 5-0 sweep. They need this quickly. If they can score this right now on this drive, then I'd give it to them, but they cannot. This was a valiant performance from the Hive. Despite the circumstances, they played on. They had the strength in them. They had the mature mentality to at least pick off one game from the Puffins. What a series we have got to see here, Xandar.
Yeah, that is, the Hive did exactly what I told them to do at the beginning of this 5th game. Thundercut fixed keeping that boost management under control, and then one-hand medic keeping control in the air has been very important, and he fixed everything there, getting a goal after goal, and then with Thundercut just finishing us off each and every time, just playing out of his will here, and it was just an epic series. Like you said, I couldn't ask for anything better out of FL players.
You see now why Foundation League is my favorite league to watch. You see why these two franchises are some of my favorite to watch. And luckily for you guys, that's not where the action concludes. We still got Master League coming up next. We'll get that one to you as soon as we can. But for now, take a short break, do what you got to do, and Hive and Puffins, go celebrate. You guys did well. We'll be back in a moment to join you for the Master League games.